Hi actors, this is Amber Dyson with the P3 lesson for Friday, April 10th. So nice to see you all here. I'm glad that you could join me, and let's get started. So first thing you're going to want to do is find a nice space in your room where you can find actor neutral, ready to go. Actors, when we are at actor neutral, our feet are shoulder width apart, our hands are quietly at our sides, and how are our shoulders? I like to say that I don't know, because when you shrug like that, you're putting your shoulder blades into the best position for you to sing and have a beautiful sound. So let's start with warming up our voice. Go ahead and grab for me a little imaginary candle. Imagine that you've got it in your hand. It's just like a little birthday candle. And what you're going to do is take a nice deep inhale through your nose, and you're going to slowly exhale out of your mouth. I want you to watch your imaginary candle. You want the flame to flicker but not go out. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Very nice, actors. We're going to do that again, but this time we're going to exhale on a S sound, the sound that a snake makes. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, let's hiss at the candle. And go ahead and release the rest of your air if you still have some. Lastly, we're going to let our candle know that it's time to be quiet. We're going to do a nice deep inhale, and we're going to shh at our candle. Again, want to imagine that that flame is flickering but not going out. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Shh. Great. Thank you so much, actors. We are going to do some sirens now, starting at the lowest part of our voice, going up to the top of our range, and coming back down. A reminder, everyone's voice is different, so your siren might be different from mine, and that's okay. We'll do 3 of these. Nice deep breath. Very good. Deep breath. And last one, actors, keeping that bright and engaged. Deep inhale. We're going to do a warm-up that you may have heard before. It's called Mommy Made Me Mash My M&Ms. If you don't know it, those lyrics are, repeat after me, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. At the end we say, oh my. So again, that's Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Great. The whole thing sounds like this. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my. Let's sing that all together, starting right here. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my, again. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my, again. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my, again. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my. Actors, as we move up in our voices, I want you to imagine that O of oh my, which is one of the highest notes that we sing, I want you to take, you have like 1 M&M left over. Okay, Mom didn't find this one. You're going to take that 1 extra M&M and you're going to put it on a high shelf. We're thinking about getting that pitch up there as we get into the higher part of our range. Let's start here. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my. Now again. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my, 4 more. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, get it up there, 3 more. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my. Now here, Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms, oh my. Nice work. Actors, let's go ahead and take a nice deep inhale. And as we exhale, let your head fall forward. Beautiful. We're going to slowly roll our head up to one side. And back down to center. And up to the other side. And back down. I think you maybe can hear my husband playing D&D in the next room, so I'm going to close my door real quick. He plays Dungeons & Dragons online with some friends using an app called D20. If you're into role-playing games, you might want to check that out. All right. Back to our stretches. We had our head down and we were rolling from side to side. Lovely, lovely. You may also want to go back. I personally don't go back because of an old injury that I have, but you are probably fine if you want to roll back as well. And now we are going to bring our head up at center and roll our shoulders back. 2, 3, 4, and forward. 2, 3, 4. Now one shoulder forward and one back. 2, 3, 4. We're going to reverse this motion. If it's tricky for you, you can put your hands on your shoulders to feel. This one's going back. This one's going forward. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Shaking that out. Inhale, arms up. Drop one hand behind your head. Grab that elbow. Pull it behind you. Nice deep inhale here. And release on the exhale. Inhaling again, arms up. And drop the other hand behind your back. Pull that elbow to center. Nice deep inhale here. And we will release on the exhale. Actors, go ahead and take one foot. You're going to lift it up and you're going to do some small ankle circles for me. I hope you can see my foot. Let's see. There we go. One way. And the other way. And back down. Get that on the other side. And the other way. And shake that out. Great, actors. I hope that you are feeling warm. The other thing we're going to cover in this warm-up is a dance move called the pony. You've probably seen the pony, if not even done it yourself. It is a move that looks like this. One foot steps out. The other foot comes over and gives it a little ba-dump. Then that same foot out the other way. First foot comes back. Ba-dump. But it's faster than that. It looks like this. Out and back and out and back. Go ahead and try that with me now. Taking your right foot, you are going to step. Then your other foot comes over. You give that little bounce. What I'm doing is I'm putting my weight on the foot that came over to join the first foot for like a second before it goes back out like that. Great. Now, traditionally, the arms that you'll see with the pony, this is kind of like a 50s, 60s dance. They would do this kind of a thing with the pony. We're not going to do those arms today, but it is important that you know that step. Again, out together, out together, out together, out. We'll review that more when the time comes. Today, we're working on To Life from Fiddler on the Roof Jr., which is a show that I directed this year for our Advanced Performers program. And I'm so excited to share one of the songs from this with you today. So for now, what I'd like you to do is just close your eyes and listen to the track with me. And while you're listening, what adjectives come up for you? What's the mood of this song? How does it make you feel? Here we go.
To the both of us, to our agreement, to our good health and happiness, and most important, to life, l'chaim, 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 to life. Here's to the father I've tried to be, here's to my bride to be, drink l'chaim to life. gives you something to think about, something to drink about. Drink l'chaim. To life. To life.
Oh, actors, I'm so curious to know what your impressions were. What was the mood of that song? What kind of words would you use to describe it? And if you want to put your answers down in the comments, I would love to see them. Now, there's a couple of words that you need to know before we get started on the lyrics and the melody of this song. The first word is l'chaim, and that has a glottal sound in it, which happens in the back of your throat. I kind of think of those as like froggy sort of sounds. It's a Go ahead and give that a try for me. But don't walk around your house all weekend doing it, because it is the sort of sound that makes grown-ups a little bit crazy. But it's in the middle of l'chaim. You want that in there, l'chaim. If you don't have the sound yet, that's okay. You can say l'chaim with an H for the purpose of today's recording. So the other word is Tzeitel. Can you say Tzeitel? That's the name of Tevye's oldest daughter, and he is just arranged for her to marry Laser Wolf, who is the butcher in town. And so this is a celebratory song where they are enjoying and appreciating each other's company and the fact that they're just fortunate enough to be alive, and they're very excited to be joining their families as well. So at the top of the song you hear a little bit of dialogue, which I've got up here in green, to our agreement, the agreement that Tzeitel was going to marry the butcher, to our good health and happiness, because they're happy, and most important, and that's the cue, that we're going to start to sing. And the first set of lyrics are, repeat after me, to life, l'chaim, your turn. To life, l'chaim, my turn. L'chaim, to life, your turn. L'chaim, to life. Very good. Let's do this chunk, just this much, all together. Ready, set, here we go. To life, l'chaim, to life. Very good. If we add the pitches, it sounds like this. To life, l'chaim, to life. Let's try that all together. If you do not have a low voice and you want to sing this higher, totally fine to sing it up here. To life, l'chaim, to life. Also fine. Whatever notes work better for you. Nice deep breath. Here we go. To life, l'chaim, to life. Very good. Let's take a look at the next little chunk. We're going to speak it in rhythm first, like we did last time, and then we are going to add the pitches. So, here's to the father I've tried to be, here's to my bride to be. That's fast. This line is said by Tevye, this line is said by the butcher, and we are just everybody doing everything today because we can. All right, so here we go. Here's to the father I've tried to be, here's to my bride to be, and this next line is drink l'chaim to life. It's longer. Let's do that much from here's to the father. Ready, set, here we go. Here, threw myself off. Let's try that again. Here's to the father I've tried to be, here's to my bride to be, drink l'chaim to life. And that to life is longer than the ones we've done so far. Let's take a look at the pitches for that. Here's to the father I've tried to be, here's to my bride to be, drink l'chaim to life. Maybe you're not a high voice person. It's okay to take it here. Drink l'chaim to life. If you don't want to sing, which is way up there. All right, actors, let's try this much with the music and see how we do. Maybe.
To the both of us. To our agreement. To our good health and happiness. And most important,
To life, the high to life. Here's to the father I tried to be. Here's to my bride to be. Drink the high to life.
God would like us
Very good.
to be joyful.
Oh, I almost turned off the wrong thing. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at this next little chunk. This is a chunk that everyone would sing, everyone who was blocked into the song. Traditionally, only male-gendered characters are in this song. For our production, we put everybody in it because you know Miss Amber loves a little bit of everybody and everything. Let's go ahead and look at the rhythms for this one, and then we will add the pitches. So repeat after me. God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie panting on the floor. How much? Oh, repeat after me. I have to leave room for you to repeat. Let's try that again from God. Here we go. God would like us to be joyful. Your turn. God would like us to be joyful. My turn. Even when our hearts lie panting on the floor. Your turn. Even when our hearts lie panting on the floor. My turn. How much more can we be joyful? Your turn. How much more can we be joyful? My turn. When there's really something to be joyful for. Your turn. When there's really something to be joyful for. Now what I found when I was breaking this down is that these two lines really want to flow together, and you probably heard that when I tried to break it up as well. So let's do it 2 lines at a time, and then we'll add the pitches. I'm starting here at God would like us. Sounds like this. And then when I finish these 2 lines, you're going to repeat after me. God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie panting on the floor. Your turn. God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie panting on the floor. My turn. How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for? Your turn. How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for? To me, that lyric means we are practicing being joyful all the time, regardless of our circumstances. We're going to get even more excited now that we've got this good news coming into our town that Tzeitel and Laserwolf are getting married. So then we have a nice little repeat. We already know this part, right? So let's add pitches to God would like us to be joyful, and we're going to continue through this second chorus since we know that melody already. Again, you can sing here or here depending on your range. Here we go. God would like us to be joyful even when our hearts lie panting on the floor. How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for? That was a lot and it was really fast, so why don't we do some repeat after me from God. Here we go. God would like us to be joyful. Your turn. God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie panting on the floor. Your turn. Even when our hearts lie panting on the floor. How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for? Your turn. How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for? And we all know this next part. Let's go ahead and sing that together. Here we go. To life, the high. Okay. Then to Tzeitel, my daughter, my wife. It's 2 different people singing there, right? Tavia sings, to Tzeitel, my daughter. And Laserwolf sings, my wife, because he is going to marry her. And we are in the home stretch now, friends. These last couple of lines, repeat after me. It gives you something to think about. Your turn. Here we go. It gives you something to think about. Next line is something to drink about. Your turn. Something to drink about. Then we have this long drink lahayim. We hold that one out. Yes? Then we say to life. To life! As we have celebrated and we are just so happy in the story of this song. Great. So let's do this again together, speaking the rhythms, and then we'll add the pitches. Ready? From It Gives You Something. Ready, set, here we go. It gives you something to think about, something to drink about. Drink l'chaim. To life. To life. Great. We're going to add the pitches now. Starting with It Gives You Something. Then we will run it vocally one time before we add movement. It gives you something to drink about, something to drink about. Drink l'chaim. To life. Bum, 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 bum. To life. Yes? Let's break it down and do some repeat after me. I'll sing first, then you repeat the phrase, starting at It Gives You Something. It gives you something to think about. Your turn. It gives you something to think about. My turn. Something to drink about. Your turn. Something to drink about. Drink l'chaim. Now listen. If you don't want to get up there on that E flat, I hear you. You can actually stay on the same note that ha was on. That's a great direction. It's drink l'chaim. You could stay there if you wanted to, and all the high note people will be up there, and that's fine. And then to life. And the last one is spoken. To life. Actors, let's go ahead and add the music to this and see how we do. As the music is playing, I'm going to be moving some things around in my office to create space to dance. So be ready to move. Oh, my computer is doing a thing that it does where it just decides that it does not want to play a song for me anymore. So I'm going to, and I actually had it open in a couple different places because I thought that might help it not happen. But gosh darn it, it's doing it again. So we are learning, and we will continue to learn, and I will make a pledge to get better at that part of this part of my job. All right, let's see if we've got it. It is thinking. Pulled up the wrong one. We need the vocals, right? We're still learning. Pulled up the wrong one twice. Amazing. It's a new record. Try this again. To life.
To the both of us. To our agreement. To our good health and happiness. And most important, to life, l'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim, to life. Here's to the father I've tried to be.
Here's to my bride to be.
Drink l'chaim to life.
God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie panting on the floor. How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for? Tonight, l'chaim.
Tzeitel, my daughter,
My wife. It gives you something to think about, something to drink about. Drink l'chaim. Tonight.
To life.
All right. So actors, you may have noticed that they were, so You may have noticed that they were talking about drinking, and this is a song that takes place in a tavern. For our purposes, I want you to imagine your favorite mug, whatever it is, the mug that like when you have something in it, it like gives you that nice warm kind of feeling. Imagine your favorite mug and go ahead and show it to me in one of your hands. Doesn't matter which, right or left, either way. At the beginning of this song, we are going to be in just a friendly hanging out with friends pose. Whatever that means to you. You could be here. You could be here. You could be here. And when they start talking, we're going to give them our attention. We're going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to bring our focus in so that we're ready. So we're in a friendly pose. They start to talk. Whew, we're going to give them our attention. And then our first move is very basic. We're just going to bend our knees and go one way, and to bend our knees and go the other way. Again, doesn't matter which way you go. You can go whichever way makes sense to your brain. And we're going to do that for the first two lines. So we were in our pose. We're cheersing with our friends. Oh, we hear them start to talk. We give them our attention. And then we're bending knee. L'chaim. L'chaim, l'chaim to life. Here's to the father I've tried to be. Here's to my bride to be. On drink, l'chaim to life. We're going to lift that imaginary mug up in the air. Let's do that much all together. Here we go.
To the both of us,
To our agreement.
to our good health and happiness, and most important, to like, l'chaim.
L'chaim, l'chaim to life.
Here's to the father I've tried to be.
Here's to
Lift that
my bride
mug.
to be.
Drink l'chaim to life.
God would like us to be joyful.
Great. On. God would like us to be joyful. We are going to bring back that pony that we learned earlier. So again, the steps of the pony were step, together, little hop, step, together, little hop. And from the privacy of your home, actors, it does not matter which way you go first. I'm going to my right first. You can do whatever works for you, whatever makes sense for your brain. But we're not going to do this whole like 60s kind of peanuts thing. We're not going to do that. We still have our drinks. We are actually going to kind of get our legs out in front of us a little bit and point those toes. So God would like us to be full even when our hearts lie on the floor. Yes? And then again for a second line. How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for? Actors, let's try that much from the beginning. And you may notice that there's those little hits in the music in between the lines. And I noticed what I wanted to do there. I've got my drink, I've got my pose, I've given my attention. But each time I hear one of those bop, bop, bops, I find that I want to like tilt my head a little bit. So let's add that. I think it's good. Oh dear. Oh, it's doing it again. I'm so sorry, actors. Oh, and now it won't let me back in. It's a new problem. So take a moment and practice your pointy-toed pony while I pull the track up again. Okay. It seems like it's blocking me from being able to do this, which is very frustrating. All right, thanks for hanging in there with those pointy-toed ponies, and we should be ready to go.
To the both of us,
To our agreement.
to our good health and happiness, and most important, to like, l'chaim.
L'chaim, l'chaim to life.
Here's to the father I've tried to be.
Here's to my bride to be.
Drink l'chaim to life.
God would like us to be joyful even
All right, actors. On the next To Life, L'Chaim, we're going to circle around ourselves whichever way works for you. And then back around the other way. So, to life, L'Chaim, that's one. To Tzeitel, my daughter, my wife. Yes? Great. And then, here's to the, it gives you something to think about, something to drink about. So we just did 2 small circles. Now we're going to do a big circle. And this is I'm going to call it a booty kick circle. Because as we're going around, we're going to bring the heels of our feet up and try to kick our own bottoms. Because that's the kind of song this is. It'll kick your own bottom. All right, here we go. From the top.
To the both of us. To our agreement. To our good health and happiness. And most important, to life, L'Chaim. L'Chaim, L'Chaim, to life. Here's to the father I've tried to be.
Here's to my bride to be.
Drink L'Chaim to life.
Pony.
God would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts lie panting on the floor. How much more can we be joyful when there's really something to be joyful for?
Circle yourself.
To life, L'Chaim,
Circle the other way.
Tzeitel, my daughter.
my wife.
Booty kick and circle.
Something to think about, something to drink about. Drink L'Chaim. To life.
To life.
Ooh, actors, I almost forgot to tell you at the very end there. Mugs up, just like we did the first time. And let's go ahead and run this one more time to set it so we don't forget it. Here we go.
To the both of us.
To our agreement.
To our good health and happiness. And most important, to life, L'Chaim. L'Chaim, L'Chaim, to life. Here's to the father I've tried to be.
Here's to my bride to be.
Drink L'Chaim to life. God
Who would like us to be joyful, even when our hearts... Ooh, I added the circle there. You don't have to spin if you don't want to. You can if you like it, though. Now we circle. Other way.
Tzeitel, my daughter.
My wife.
Big circle.
Something to think about, something to drink about. Drink L'Chaim. To life.
To life. All right, actors, I have had so much fun with you today. Next week, I promise I will work out that sound issue. We will not be managing that again, but so appreciate your time. It was really great to be with you, and I look forward to chatting with you in the comments tomorrow when this video goes live. And today we did a vocal warm-up. We did a physical warm-up. We learned both the rhythm and the pitches for To Life from Fiddler on the Roof Jr., and then we learned some movement. So let's take a moment to just breathe here together. And if you want to run that song again, why don't you head into the kitchen and grab your favorite mug. See you next week. Bye.